Welcome back to Chow Time Pods. Your host Red. I got videos today from Riva TV.
Riva TV. What's up, guys? It's your girl Riva, and I'm back
Riva.
again with another video. Today is actually my birthday, and what better way than to spend this time talking about one of the most viral conversations I'm consistently seeing every time I open my phone and go.
This is a little older. I didn't cover it until now,
on social media. If you guys are unaware of what I'm talking about, recently at Usher and Chris Brown's tour, one of their concerts, a woman was invited on
I actually have tickets to this concert
stage and did not necessarily participate in the actions that people would have assumed of if you go on stage to do these, performances. And she has not only gone viral for her reaction on stage, but for the fact that she is being interviewed and her opinions and her thought process is causing a lot of feedback, both negative and positive. So we're going to go ahead and dive in. Of course, I'm going to give you guys my thoughts, my feelings, and my opinion on this entire situation. Now, as many of you guys know, Usher and Chris Brown are actually on tour together.
Yeah, I have these tickets because I have season tickets to the Rams, and this concert is in SoFi, so I get a lot of pre-sales for a lot of concerts, and I just collect tickets. I just collect tickets sometimes. I even have pre-sales for BTS. I don't care for BTS, but I got 4 pre-sales for that one, so I just sell them or give them off to people. It is what it is.
The tour is called the R&B tour, which is, R for Raymond and Usher Raymond, and B for Brown and Chris Brown. This is like a huge deal because a lot of people felt like, when Chris Brown came out, he was kind of like the newer or the younger generation's version of Usher.
Sure.
And so to see them both kind of like on the same stage is a big deal. Now, as we know, okay.
I mean, for women, yeah.
Okay, when Usher do his tour, he got them cherries out. He do the whole cherry thing. A lot of people have gotten in trouble from the whole Usher.
Like, this is how you become like the ultimate fuckboy, like become an Usher and a Chris Brown. Like, you can't be more fuckboys than these guys here.
Residency saga, one of the people being Keke Palmer, right? Like, she had a whole altercation with her boyfriend at the time, who was the father of her child, based off of her, parading around at the Usher event. So much so that they received so much backlash that the two of them actually had to talk about it. And Usher was like, hey, that don't got nothing to do with me. That have everything to do with whatever y'all had going on.
Now, obviously, everybody went crazy. We caused some ruckus in my relationship.
Well, hold on. Did we cause some ruckus in our relationship?
We were being showmen.
Hold on. Did I have anything to do with what's going on in your home? Did I send you that dress?
Now, Chris Brown is always and has always been known, to bring women on stage as well for his song, normally the Take You Down song. I don't know if he does it to other songs in this era. And so this is kind of like a ladies' night, single ladies' night kind of situation thing, right?
That's exactly why I bought the tickets, because I'm sure there's gonna be desperate ladies that want to buy these tickets. Did you guys really think I wanted to go to the concert?
That these women are getting together and going to these shows. Well, for this night in particular, okay, there was a woman who claimed to have been picked out of the crowd to be, escorted into the VIP section. That section is the space that people get called on stage from, right? And so she got called on stage, and it was all over her in her reaction that she was not feeling the interaction that was going on. You could see that, that lean back was very stoic, right? It was very much like...
It's funny because, like, you're trying to curve the man. It's fucking Usher. You don't think he's dealt with women that try to curve him before? You don't think he is him?
No energy, no vibes, or no anything going on. And it continued so much so that Usher clearly picked up on it. After this, he gestures for security to basically get her off of stage as promptly as possible. And then he looks around in the crowd to pick somebody
That's the power of Usher, right? You don't want to deal with me? Fuck off. Let me just deal with everybody else here in the concert that wants to deal with me.
After that interaction happened, it went viral all over social media. And when it did go viral, you know, there was a lot of people, a lot of women, of course, who were kind of like, girl, what was the point of you going on stage? Like, why did you go on stage for if you were going to do that? You were trying to humble him, right? Like,
yep. I that's what I saw. Right? Like, you're trying to humble the man. And I'm not like, you know, gawking over Usher or anything, but he's definitely one of the top fuckboys of our era. So
like, you were trying to use this as a moment to humiliate this man. Like,
and
why were you doing this?
Why
were you doing all of that? And so in, you know, all of the traction that was going on, she ended up taking to her Facebook page, in which she had this to say. She says, first off, nobody is declining to go on stage. I looked good as F. You thought I wasn't going to let thousands of people see me on the big screen where you bees will never be? My mom and I had floor seats. Their team approached us and moved us to VIP before the show even started. Pretty privileges, something you 304s will never know about. They don't say who you're going up there for. Y'all wanted me to get up there and F him at this point? Chat folks aren't used to anything. That's the most exciting thing that would have happened in y'all little A lives. F y'all disrespectfully, kissy face. Now, after she said that,
I mean, she even got 101 hearts on it, so there's some women that agree.
That people were in an uproar. Okay? People were like, hold on, girl. It was never that serious. Like, people were kind of like going off. She ended up then doing an interview with one of Chris Brown's dancers. And one of the bigger interviews that she did was with TMZ. And so we're going to go ahead and dive into that and hear what she had to say. I have not heard the video at all, so I'm going to be hearing it organically, authentically with you guys.
Why weren't you into it?
It wasn't that I was into it. I was approached first and upgraded to VIP, and they don't give you any instructions on who, what, when, where, or how.
My assumption would be, though, is that if you're taken from the floor seats and you're put into a different spot, you must have some kind of idea that you're going to be on stage, because a lot of people who are going to these events are very well aware of that, right? Like,
True.
They're aware that both Usher and Chris Brown pulled these women on stage. They see all these moments constantly going viral on social media. So obviously, if you were moved to a certain space, you must have had some kind of idea that something like that was going to happen.
They didn't tell you they were going to pull you on stage?
They told me that it was a possibility of me going on stage, but
So you knew.
they didn't confirm that until it was closer to time for me to go on stage.
So we're keeping it clear. Okay, you knew that you were moved over there because you were going to possibly be one of the people who could be chosen to go on stage, and you agreed to go over there, right? Like, you didn't say, no, that's okay, I'd rather stay right here, I'm good, I'm not really into that kind of thing. You went.
And of course, you're getting to go up on stage. Why would I decline that? People are pulling the narrative that I'm in a relationship or whatever the case may be. No one can tell me the reasoning as to why I said yes to getting on stage, but you also don't know who you're going on stage for.
I hate to say it, but what she said right here doesn't make any sense. I'm sorry. Yeah, nobody knows why you went on stage is correct, because if you were going to act like that, then what was the point of going? If you saw that Usher was up there and they were coming to get you and say, okay, we're ready to bring you on, I believe that you could have said no.
You would have known it's Usher. Is he singing?
I mean, I'm pretty sure they didn't force you. I'm pretty sure you could have said to them, no, I'm too shy, I can't do it, I don't want to go. You didn't do that. Like, from the video I saw, the footage of them walking you up there while Usher is clearly on stage, you were like going up there like, you know, like you was ready to be a part of whatever was
Why you always lying?
going on.
I'm going to kind of pick up what you put down there. You said, I didn't know who I was going to be pulled up on stage with. The way I see it, there are two people. There's Usher and there's Chris Brown. And that means that you were banking on Chris Brown and you got Usher and you would have been more into it with Chris Brown. Am I reading this right?
Now, this is the thing, right? I think, one, this is a very good personification of how women act like something is wrong with a man if they're not into him.
Me solely, I went to the concert for Chris Brown. It's nothing against Usher or anything like that, but I'm more of a.
This is a very good example. If she likes you, she wants you. If she doesn't matter how hot you are or whatever it is, she doesn't like you. This is why you fuck with people that fuck with you.
Chris Brown fan than I am of Usher. So of course, it would have been a different reaction with Chris Brown. It would have been the stiffness or whatever.
Like, I think that's very interesting because I've seen like you know, her going around with this narrative like, oh yeah, the reason why I acted like that is just because I'm a classy queen, and you know, classy never goes out of style. To be honest, this is just
You have sternum tattoo all the way down. So classy.
my own personal opinion. No shade to anybody, but I don't feel like, you know, classy women would have went on stage, period. Okay? That's just my personal opinion. I don't think that would be something
Shout outs to you, Riva, for telling the truth.
that would have been done in the first place, right?
Correct.
That's
because going on stage means you're going to be fondled by Usher.
for one. But two, you're saying that, but then you're also now in the same breath saying like, oh yeah, well, you know, if it was Chris Brown, I don't know how I would have reacted because that's who I went there for. So, you know, I definitely wouldn't have been as stiff as you guys seen in that video. So was it class that was a problem? Is that what it is? That you have so much decorum and that's why
I think class is the problem. The lack of.
you're putting yourself together? Because that's not what it's seeming like.
It would have been a different reaction with Chris Brown. It would have been the stiffness or whatever.
You went on stage, you interact in a certain way. I believe that you thought you were going to humiliate him or humble him or whatever it was that you were attempting.
I really think this. A lot of women do this. A lot of women really try to humble men. They try to humble men of status. They try to humble decent looking men or men with money just because they want to do it. They don't realize these men don't care. Look at what Usher did. He was like, what? Psh, let me find another one. You don't think it's hard for these men that you actually want, or the ones that most women want, to find somebody else? That is so ridiculous that these women think they're so one of a kind.
Attempting to do in that. And now you have smoke for the people that you were kind of like trying to play.
And it shows Usher's like, bitch, you may be good looking, but you ain't that good looking. Get the fuck out of here. I'll find another one.
Up to, right? It doesn't.
And that's how men should be. That's how you should be. Even if you're not up to obviously the Usher level yet. If someone curves you, fuck them. Go find somebody else that fucks with you.
Make any sense to me at all. The thing that's very interesting is like I definitely think she would be Chris Brown's type, right? We already kind of know the
She does
vibe
look like
that he
Chris
kind of
Brown.
goes for. She's been going on tangents and consistently, you know, having the conversation and trying to plead her case. I think that she went up there for a moment. And she's using that moment to the best of her ability to build whatever platforms. Now she's creating these story times. Now she's doing these interviews over her just basically going on there and
She got what she wanted.
acting a certain way. So it's almost like that was the plot that you went up there for. Like,
Yep.
It's almost like that was your intention behind the whole thing. Now, granted, for me, not going to no cherry, picking spot. Okay? Anytime that there's some cherry spot that, anybody putting cherries, not interested. Anybody who's going on stage, not interested. Okay? That's just my whole MO. And so for anybody, like say for instance, she was pulled from out the crowd and she had no idea and then she went up there and she acted like that, I could get it. But you knew that there was a possibility for you to go on stage and you purposely tried to turn it around to women that, oh, it's because you're above them. That's why you got selected. And that's why you could treat Usher like that because you this and you all of that. And then you try to...
You're right. It is to try to signal to other women, I'm so good. I'm so hot. I can curve Usher. No, girl. Usher curved you.
Turn the situation around and make it seem like it was something it's not by using the whole classy thing. When you contradicted yourself in the interview talking about that's not what you would have done if it was Chris Brown. This is a mess. This is a mess.
Why do women lie? Why would women ever lie? Because they get clout, they get fame, they get so much benefits from lying. Why wouldn't they lie? It's why would they ever tell the truth? Please like, subscribe, comment down below. I really appreciate that, and catch you guys next time. Ciao.